What's up, misers? Welcome to the channel where we coin roll hunt pennies, quarters, half dollars, and whatever else we feel like looking for. I've got a box of quarters to start looking through today. Now, I'm a little skeptical because I've had some problems with quarters over the past couple of weeks. I've had at least one box that had been opened and resealed, and it was obvious that the coins had been re-rolled. I've had several rolls that have been short, and it's obvious to me that somebody was going through these rolls looking for West Point minted quarters somewhere between the armored car company and the bank. There's a possibility it was a customer also that took these home and then took them back to the bank, and they ended up getting back to me before going back to the armored car company. But after going through the box, I'm going to put all of that in the past because I had some really good finds in this box. Take a look, stay with me until the end, and you can be the judge for yourself. If you like this type of content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification button. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. And for the next few minutes, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Here we go. This is my newest box of quarters. I've already checked for enders. I looked for anything that looks like it's interesting. I didn't find anything worth sharing in the video, so I'm going to get into this box and I'll bring you back when I find something. All right, I'm on roll number 9 and I've got a proof coin, first proof coin of the box. San Francisco, large scratch going down Washington's face. Unfortunately, that's probably why this coin ended up here in circulation. It's a 2003 Helen Keller. Oh well, it's got a big scratch, but we'll take it. All right, I'm back. I found something good. I just looked at this. I peeked at it because I saw it in the roll and it didn't look right, and I put it back right away after I figured out what it was. So we're going to go here. This is what I saw. You see that there are no ridges on this. Not this one here, but this one here. Very nice. We've got a blank quarter planchet in this roll of coins. I'm going to weigh it a little bit later. Hang tight. We'll get back to it shortly. My faith has finally been restored. I'm 36 rolls in, and I finally found another West Point minted quarter. I've been concerned about the rolls that I've been getting from the banks. They appear to be tampered with, and some of the rolls are short. But after today's box, that blank planchet and this West Point quarter, if somebody's actually getting into these boxes and these rolls at the armored car facility, they're not very thorough, or maybe they just felt like leaving me a bone. But this is the River of No Return, West Point minute quarter. Once again, very happy to see these again. My faith in these boxes is restored. I'm hoping to pick up another box tomorrow, but I've got some more rolls to get through, so hopefully there's something else that I can bring you guys back in on. All right, welcome back. I'm going to go over with you all the coins that I'm going to keep from the search. Some of this might be repetitive, but hang in there until the end of the video because I have at least one error that should be of interest to you. I'm going to go through one of each of these coins quickly. As you can see by the number of quarters here, the errors that are here are very, very common. They really don't add any premium to the quarter at all. They're definitely not worth trying to sell at this point. Maybe if they're in really good condition, or maybe years down the road, they might be worth something. I enjoy collecting them, so when I see them and I have time to look for them, I pull them out to keep them. Here are the 2009 quarters I found. I also pulled these out. 2009 was a low mintage year for coins, so whenever I come across 2009s that are in decent shape, I pull them out. I've already checked the District of Columbia quarter for the doubling. You see underneath of Ellington around his elbow and by the piano keys. I didn't see any of that, and I also checked for the common errors you find in the Puerto Rico quarters. Okay, as I said, we're going to go through these quickly and look at some of the common varieties that you find on these coins. Right here we have a die chip by the flagpole and his shoulder. That's very common. We've got the 6th claw error. You can see it right there in the middle of these two claws. We've got another die chip right there. That one is very difficult to see. Let's see if we can see it a little bit better on one of these other ones that I pulled. That's about the same, but it's a little bit more obvious. There's a better example. It's closing up even more. Okay, and then that one looks like it's even bigger. You get the idea. Let's move on. Okay, and here at the tail feathers, you see that die chip there. That's another very common variety. On the Block Island quarter, very common to see a die chip right up here by the feathers on the back of the bird. A lot of times you'll also see a die chip either around the eye, you can see some distortion there, and around the beak right here. On the Bombay hook quarter, very common to see a die chip here at the beak, right in front of the eye. Sometimes you also get die chips around this area here, these head feathers. On the George Rogers Clark quarter, you get die chips around the hat, like you see this one here. I also found one that had some pretty cool looking machine doubling around the mouth of this guy, as well as this guy. And sometimes you get some die chips around the gun also, and the hand, right around this area here. Not on this particular quarter though. The Harper's Ferry quarter, you get doubling on this back building right here. You see a die chip right up there where my pointer is here. There's also another die chip that you'll see right here. You see a little bit of it there, but it's not really showing on this particular quarter. Sometimes you'll get a die chip in this area. You can get some doubling on the windows here. And then also in the back of the building right here along the wall, you can frequently see a die chip back there. And then finally, on the Theodore Roosevelt quarter, there's a common die chip at the horse's nostril. It's not on this particular one. And you also see a chip over here by the hat. It's very small on this one. I know I have a better example in here. Just bear with me for 1 second. Okay, here you see a die chip covering the horse's nose. And you've got a bigger one at the hat. Those are very common. All of these can be seen pretty easily if you have Philadelphia minted quarter. All right, now let's move on to the good stuff. And here's the 2003 Alabama San Francisco minted proof. It's a clad proof that you already saw in the video. The reverse isn't in too bad a condition. However, the obverse has a scratch that runs from the top all the way down to the bottom between the two L's in dollar. This is a pretty cool find right here. This is a blank planchet that was found. Again, you saw it in the video already. Not sure which one is obverse and which one is reverse. I guess it doesn't matter at this point. Here are the edges right here. Let me set the scale up and we'll weigh this real quick. Okay, I've got a regular 2012 quarter. We'll put it on there and we get 5.64 grams. And then we'll weigh the blank planchet. And we've got 5.67 grams. Let's try another one and see where it falls. 5.69 for this one. And then finally, this was an interesting find. When I first saw it, I thought that I had something really good. Let me get a closer shot for you all. I thought that I was looking at bronze, and I thought that this might be missing a clad layer. And those are rare coins to find, and they sell for a pretty good amount as well. But when I turned it over on the reverse, I saw the same thing. And even though it is possible to be missing the clad layer on both the obverse and the reverse, it's very, very, very rare. And just that alone was enough of an indication to me that that wasn't why this coin was discolored. It looks like it's been plated. I weighed it just to make sure, and it weighs as much as the other 2018 Pictured Rocks quarters. If it was missing two clad layers, it would weigh less than what it came in at. And here's a closer look at the West Point quarter that I found. This is River of No Return. I gave away several of these during a live stream event last week, so it's about time I replenish my supply through coin roll hunting. I can't complain about this hunt at all. I'm very happy with it. I went from being skeptical about boxes and rolls over the last couple of weeks. I've had boxes that were opened and resealed. I've had rolls of quarters that had been re-rolled. I was missing quarters, and it was obvious somebody was going through them looking for the new West Point minted quarters and probably the old ones as well. So to get a sealed box and find these 4 beauties here, I'm very happy. I'm still trying to get my hands on a box of 2020 quarters, but I haven't come across one from the bank yet. I do have another box that I picked up just a couple of days ago that I'll be going through sometime next week. What more can I say? If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you're alerted as soon as a new video comes out. Thanks for watching. Mint Miser, out.